Right, hanging drill. It's really simple. Let me turn the lights on actually, sorry. It's pretty simple in theory, but to get it to work just right takes a little practice, all right? So, yeah, basically we're hanging. Now you can do this from a door if you've got decent hinges. And if you do it on a door, do it as close to the hinges as possible, all right, so that you've not got all that leverage on the end. So yeah, you can do it on a door if you don't have anything else to hang off of, all right? Now this is as old as the hills, you know. We'd come out our cave and we'd stretch and hang and do stuff like that just to open up the body. And one of the best things about this is it'll open, if done correctly, it'll open up the whole spine. All right, that's the main function for me. What that does is it opens up the vertebrae and allows moisture to be absorbed into the discs. Now, somebody's mentioned about dehydrated disc. Yeah, this will certainly help, okay? Now, if you have a really bad herniated disc at the bottom, this might be a bit too much, but go off of that. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, that kind of discomfort to pain scale, all right, 1 to 10. And if it gets to kind of around about 7 or above, then you don't do it, okay? So it's nice and simple. We're grabbing our hands straight above our head. We're not out to the sides or anything like that. We want everything in one nice straight line and just allow gravity to do its work, okay? Which is maybe not as easy as it seems. So, squint, man, squint. Oops. Right, so I just reach up, I grab it. Now the key is, I want basically as little tension in any part of my body except my hands, all right? And then all I'm doing is I'm just letting my weight hang. You might need to bend your knees a bit, but you want them, if you can, you want them touching the floor, or if you're high enough where they're not touching the floor, fine. But I'm just relaxing all of this. And you would do this for like 12 to 15 seconds. Again, a few times. Now, what you're going to feel, especially if you're not used to doing it, is if you focus, you'll feel all these muscles firing off like they don't want to be in that position, just because our structure isn't used to being straightened out like that, okay? So a lot of muscles, or little muscles usually in the body, are going to attempt to fight against it. But again, we just have to focus, breathe, and release, and just let gravity pull us down, okay? Back when I first started doing it, I never forget, I held it for about 15 to 20 seconds. And then when I came down, by the way, when you come off, make sure it's nice and soft, okay? You don't want to be thumping down or anything like that. And I actually felt my discs start to compress a little bit again. It was almost like feeling lots of tiny little sponges in my spine. That's how it was for me back then. Maybe the same for you. So yeah, we're only trying to focus any tension just in the grip of the hands, all right? And we want to let everything else go. Now this is great because with all the tight bits, what we're allowing it to do is just relax, lengthen and pull them all straight. So that's going to open up the spine, especially the SI joint, because of the hips and the legs are so heavy. They're going to start pulling away from the base of the spine, okay? So that's going to open it up and give it room to breathe and stop it being so compressed and tight, all right? There's other offshoots we could go from there, depending on the effects and the feel, etc. But that hanging drill is something you should do, you know, at least a few times a week, in my humble opinion. I always feel better myself when I do it a few times a week, all right? When I haven't done it and I do it, it feels amazing, all right? So nice and simple. Give it a try. You can let me know any questions, any weird physical responses. You know what to do. You can ask questions.